What's up, everyone? Carmine Dinisco here on the launch pad. Got an awesome show today. We had a couple podcasts that we've already recorded previous weeks, but the king of manufacturing, my friend Chris Guerrera, he's got a huge event going on. Not only is he blowing up the networks, radio, TV, podcasts, but he's got a huge event going on too. So, what better to have Chris come on, talk a little bit about that, but also, we want to check in with him, see what he's got going on. I've been following along, and I'm sure you all have too. Let's bring him on and see what's up. Hey, Chris, what's going on, my friend?
Hey, Carmine, how's it going, man? A lot of fun stuff, man. I love doing this stuff. So much
I
fun
can't
stuff.
keep up. Who's ever doing your social media, all the events you have going on? Every time I open my phone, boom, you're popping up on it. It's crazy.
We just talked about, so 10 events we just did in 10 days in 4 states. So all kinds of flights, lots of traveling, lots of late nights. But it's what we do, right? It's what entrepreneurs do. It's been a lot of fun. We've been doing a lot of recording, bringing in different groups. I partner with the South Carolina Hall of Fame, so we got a lot of musicians now in the group. I partner with another rising star. I say, they say he's a country star, but I don't know. He plays every kind of genre there is. Been a lot of fun with Garrett Huffman. So all of it's been a lot of fun. I'm going to Nashville next week to see him play at some of the studios live, and he's got some recordings which aren't out yet, and they're for Pepsi. Pepsi sponsoring him, and they may put a jingle in one of their commercials.
That's amazing, right? It's
Yeah.
cool. We've been following along. Obviously, we talk here and there, but you know, there's so much difference, and I don't think our audience or the social media really are separating how much you really have happening. Like it's all kind of melting together to the viewers and people are watching, but you have multiple shows going on, right?
Yeah, so essentially we've got a new radio show which we are on every Saturday at 5 p.m. on Odyssey and iHeartRadio. It's called The Fame Show. So we bring in our normal crew, right? We have somebody that controls the board. We have a local Wounded Warrior updates. We have Chris Lee from Rock 101. He does all the events. Dendy, who does all the pack for Pickens. We got Tommy Donovan, our funny man. And then we bring in a musical guest and an innovator, someone who's been in that industry and just kind of cover it. It goes extremely fast. You think 1 hour on the radio sounds like a long time. You got a couple commercial breaks. It's pretty fast, but we have a lot of fun with it, you know. And so we've got that. We've got the CBS and Fox and Pix that I've been doing twice a month in Greenville and in New York City. We've got a new show that I've just started filming called "What's That Big Idea" with Chris Guerrera. That's we're looking to have CBS pick that up and then have it syndicated nationally. So like being on a show as opposed to actually executive producing a show is a big difference. Let me tell you. I mean, being on a show is pretty easy compared to actually producing the show, and I know you already know that. So a lot of work there. There'll be a lot of stuff going on with Hall of Fame, and they got these Casey Kasem top 40 venues where they play music from the past, like it's like a countdown. It sounds like exactly like Casey Kasem. They have all of our Hall of Fame show awards. Obviously, United Inventors Association has a lot of programs. So all of these things have been happening, and it's been one big blur, but a lot of fun because we're also building out a studio in New York City, so we can also shoot our television show there as well.
Talk a little bit about the show and yeah, 100% producing it and making it and the streaming capabilities. Really, that's available in the entire world, right?
Yeah, so like here's the deal now. The networks see that everybody is using their phones, right, or their tablets, and it's streaming. So they want to be who's the first one to come up with the next big show on their network platform. So basically what we had to do is write the scripts. So I wrote 3 months worth of scripts. So we'll have and then but the caveat to all of this, we have to go into the studio and learn the control boards. Like they have the camera set up and all the networking, airing times. But we have to get like when you're talking live, like a Pat McAfee show, they show a video, they're splitting screens. You got somebody on Zoom, it has to go to Zoom, right? You have somebody live in the studio, the camera has to go to the live person. So all of that is controlled live in the studio on the board. So you're actually writing the script and producing the show, but then you have to control the boards as well so it comes across. But it's global. It truly is. I mean, streaming apps, you download an app, no matter where you are at any given point, it's live. So it has to be on point.
It's amazing. It's amazing with the technology and the different things that you can do now is so cool. But yeah, it's a little tough with, having that control board, so you need some good people. I know you got some great people working with you, so that's always a good thing.
Yeah, and they have like these guys understand how to do it, but then you got to go in and learn a new platform on how, like for instance, CBS is doing their platform. But I tell you, we did it pretty quick. We filmed one last week. It's in edit now, and we'll have a couple places to shoot this. I'm going to build a studio out in New York, and then we'll have a couple spots to shoot it, and who knows where it goes. I mean, the Fame alone, the Fame radio show is up to 2 million listeners. You see my social media platforms up to 690,000 views. Like they're literally blowing up over the last month or so. So it's been a lot of fun. And then you start adding some entertainment into some music. I've been on a couple of different CBSs in the Northeast. We had some of these big country fairs where Teddy Swims was playing and Dave Matthews Band and Ludacris and Benton Boone. It was insane. We're on the same stage as these folks. So it was pretty exciting. I know it's 25, 30,000 people all at a venue at one given night. A lot of fun.
Yeah, it really seems, and we talk about that, how big, the Greenville area is growing. Not only big corporations pulling in and factories, but the amount of residents and population is growing dramatically.
Boy, we've been talking about that a lot lately, the group that I've been working with. And like there's parts of downtown, like you were there recently, Carmine, parts of downtown, you couldn't even walk back in the day downtown. It was just homeless and drug ridden and just really bad areas. Now it's like $1 billion center. The amount of influx of people and new business opportunities here, it's just blown out the Greenville area. Now they're building what I call like a SoFi that's out in California. Right as you come into Greenville, they have this big Bon Secours musical arena for hockey and basketball and concerts. They're going to do an outdoor venue there now and like a shopping center and eatery area. It's going to absolutely blow up that entire area. So this area is so exciting to be around. Like they built a whole new CBS studio downtown. There's condos and apartments. There's a brand new like a single A Red Sox professional affiliation downtown. Now they just built one in Spartanburg. So I'm right in the middle of both of them, 20 minutes either way. That's the Texas Rangers. It's incredible how much BMW is put into this area. Volkswagen. Now you got a Zuzu coming here. You got TD Bank. You got Hubble Lighting. You've got some other 3D manufacturers. It's insane on the level of growth in such a short period of time.
It's amazing, though. It's just,
yeah, it's a lot of fun. And we're going to bring our pitch to pros.
Yeah,
to Greenville.
That's big. That's big. And that's what I kind of wanted to talk about, leading up to this pitcher to pros thing. Everyone is talking about it. Everyone I talk to wants to know, what the hell does Chris have going on?
Well, you were part of it last year. You're going to be part of it this year. We launched a new program last year. We've been doing it, right? The last couple of years. It just shows and see the interest, but it's like giving back, right? I say like we were making this thing world class in Greenville. It'll be on June 20th and the 21st. We're getting a lot of interest. We get folks to fill in applications. We have a third party that does scoring, and then we put them in buckets. If you make the cut, you go into a semi, you get a pitch off bucket, a semifinal bucket, and then live on the final stage, which you'll be one of the hosting judges on that Saturday. But essentially, the pitch off will be Friday afternoon. We'll have an exclusive VIP party at the Marriott AC Hotel downtown on the rooftop. Brand new area, $1 billion center. Beautiful. It's already sold out. I'm going to have to add some. I was talking to Brandon today about adding more venue spots because we've already sold it out and it's 6 weeks away.
Oh my God.
And then Saturday during the day, we have some really keynote. We've got some high level cosmetic folks, high level retail folks coming. You know, if you know Cody and the flashlight guy, this guy is selling off the hook. He does all the work for Damon John. We've got Vance Morris coming from Disney. So we got some really big names. Rudy Maurer, who's the largest marketing for celebrities on the planet. You
Everywhere.
know him by the red jacket, right? We got celebrities, musicians. We'll have live music, and then we'll do some keynoting on Saturday. Then in the afternoon we'll do like a semi pitch. Then at night we're going to put on a real show. We're going to have Steve Greenberg. What the heck is that? Do his game show. We're going to have Tommy Donovan, our comedian. He just got invited to the World Comedian tournament, so he's doing really well. He'll be at our event. Benton Blount, who was the top 3 finalist of America's Got Talent. This dude is amazing, and he's on the board of the officials and the government officials as well in Greenville. And then we're going to have spread out throughout that event the finalists that'll pitch live the money opportunities to get your product on TV, to be on our guest show on the Fame, to be on our guest show. What's that big idea to get a VIP pass to the Hall of Fame party next year with all these, Hootie and the Bluefish is going to be there, a lot of big names and a lot of marketing packages. So it's going to be really a lot of fun. It'll be like nothing that they've had an opportunity. It'll be intimate where you actually get to meet the folks that are at these events.
Yeah, that's big. You're not just like, oh, we're sticking back and it's a big event and you're over there, or you don't get to talk to anybody. What I love about what you put together is it seems like a small group, but it's huge.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's already sold out. I'm gonna have to expand it, and we've got it. The pitch off is like we did in Vegas, right? It'll be a nice center. It'll be all stage, lots of good spots for highlighting videos and reels. But then if you continue to graduate into semi into final, you're going to be on a large stage in the Performing Arts Center in Pickens. And we're going to have a limo bus taking you back and forth from Greenville to the Pickens Center. So you're going to feel like a celebrity. And you may even be in the bus with a celebrity. I mean, it's like one of these events where, it's part of branding what we're doing, giving back to the community. Oh yeah, and by the way, all the networks will be there. CBS is going to be here. Fox, Ava Bratz from CBS will be hosting the event on Saturday. We got executives that are showing up, producers showing up. So it's like this cross mix of musicians, celebrity, network folks, retail folks, marketing, Amazon people, just a full Shark Tank winners, right? A full group of individuals that know how to get your product seen, know how to get it launched, and put you in a position to be successful.
It's funny how I know you kind of handpick the people that are going to be around and that you're going to expose those entrepreneurs, those inventors, those entertainers to. You're very careful with who you expose them to in a sense because you only want the good people out there.
Yes.
What's it like handpicking those people? And do you only use people that that you've used before? Because the people that I've been around they're just like normal, regular people when you go say hi to them.
Yeah, and that's the key, right, Carmine, is finding the right team and the right group of people. We've been doing this now 2 or 3 years. You quickly find out who wants something from you or who wants your connection to Damon John. Like that's not what we're looking for. We're looking to help the inventor, the entrepreneur. We're bringing these people, this large group that we've developed, that we've handpicked, as you said, right, that can help, truly help. They're not looking for anything. They're looking to be part of the community that helps grows the brand. I mean, ultimately, I want my TV show, What's That Big Idea with Chris Guerrera, to be large on a network. I'm not looking at 400 studios. I'm looking at 4,000. I mean, think about the audience. You have millions of people watching that you can talk about your innovation and talk about your product and maybe the song you wrote and how you're trying to get to the next level. This puts you in a spot to really succeed extremely fast. And I just think it's the best way. And when you have a big community who wants to give back, it's incredible the levels you can achieve.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I've noticed with most of the people, or I want to say all the people that, you've brought into the fold is that they're all going that extra mile. You reach out to them. they actually get back to you or talk to you, or they're always giving back or giving information, or they're not just looking to take.
Right. And it took a couple years, right? You saw like some of the folks we brought who were
Sure.
trying to get to Damon. We're not looking for that. We're looking for folks that truly want to help the entrepreneur. At some point, I have this new product, a program with Damon called the Shark World, right? If you want to get your product in the box, I can help you get that. We can help you get to those areas, but we want to give back to the community. We want to help the entrepreneur and the inventor succeed because we know how hard it's been. I've had the ability to be in corporate America as well. Now to be the ability to have a social media platform and a television network platform that can help me get the word out, and to be partners with Damon and to really bring all that together just solidifies everything, right? It makes it that much more exciting, and it brings awareness so much quicker.
Yeah, I want to ask you a little bit about that, about the Shark World thing, that
Mhm.
box that Damon supplies. But real quick, I was going to ask you about that because you're interacting with so many different levels of people. You're down there talking with the guys running the camera, and then you're talking to the president of CBS. It's just amazing how your education, your knowledge, your experience has really led you up to really be able to work with anyone.
I've always taken a lot of pride in that, Karma. I've always, even in corporate America, when I was running the Ford plants and the BMW plants, I think one thing that got me really to where I am was treating people like I wanted to be treated, right? So somebody running an injection machine or someone taking out the garbage as opposed to my report as a president of the company, to me, we're all the same. They were all equals because everybody has a role. And truly what a team is everybody is doing their individual jobs for the betterment of everyone else to have everyone succeed. Everybody in the organization can then grow, right? I always find like when you have a good group of people, they tend to push the bad people out because then you get bigger raises, you get better bonuses, you have more fun, you have sports teams. And I just found when you truly have a team that believes in each other, they'll do things they didn't believe they can do, and the whole group succeeds because of it. And in the end, everybody wins. And that's what I'm about, having everybody win.
Yeah, and it's not a struggle. What I love about what you're doing, it just seems like it flows, and we're not sitting here going, everything works perfectly, everything,
No, right.
but all the people work together. If there's an issue or a hiccup or a bump in the road, no one's going, it's your fault or trying to
Right.
blame you. You just kind of work together and
Yeah,
work
and it's all
through
positive feedback, right? We want constructive criticism. What can we do better to make it better? I mean, I had Brandy and several people on our team pick me apart on TV, like things that you may not even know, but I have them pick me apart, right? So that I know I can improve on it better. What camera I should be looking at, how I should be looking when I hold a product, what I should be talking about, how much time you have. You know how it is, Carmine. You have this whole script, nobody follows it, right? It's all interaction, and it sounds better. It looks better for TV. It's funner, right? When you're joking with each other and you're laughing as opposed to reading a script. It just doesn't go well. It's a lot more user friendly and it looks better from the audience when you can portray it that way.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of thing I can see when you're interacting with the hosts and things on your shows. They have that script there for you, but once they see that, oh, he's good in front of the camera, then you see
Yeah.
them actually relax too.
Yeah, right. And it's become like natural now. Like we've known each other so well. The chemistry is good. They've been invited back, and I can do it on multiple platforms. And it's just, and the whole group, everybody knows everybody on the networks, like different networks know each other, they hang out with each other. It's just a lot of fun. It's a good community and they want to help. And that's what they view these lifestyle programs as a way to give back. Right. I went to the CBS in Charlotte with Garrick and I met a couple fellows that used to be on ESPN, right? But again, I met him for the first time, felt like I knew him forever, right? And that's what I think that's what it's about, right? When you start talking about community and giving back, it's about being able to bring everyone together for a good cause. I mean, I'm so excited about this VIP exclusive on the rooftop. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot high level folks. But they're just average people like you and me. If I was running a BMW plant, I always felt like if my goal was to know everybody's name and then know everybody's kid's name. I wanted them to know my family. I wanted to know their family. We played sports together. They saw me competitive. They also know that I have a job to do just like they did. And it just makes it for really a good working environment.
Yeah, it is amazing. And you could see it. The good part is you could see it happening, as you progress, I don't want to say naturally, it is calculated the way that you're influencing it, but it's a natural aspiration for everyone. So it's not like forced.
No, right. And it's a lot of work. You know that. Like I said,
Yeah, huge,
it's a lot of work. A lot of
huge.
emails to follow up and organizing an event like we're doing in June because it is so exclusive. It's a lot of work. But we also want to make it so that it's after you leave, you want to know when the next one is. Because we want to continue to grow the brand, continue to give folks back. I mean, Carmen, you've been doing this your whole life. You have a great network of folks. You know how hard it is. You know how hard it is to launch a product, how hard it is to get on Shark Tank, how hard it is to get on Good Morning America. And really, to have any level of success, it takes a lot of commitment and it takes a lot of passion. And you have to do what you say you're going to do for it
Mm.
to become reality.
Yeah, that right there, those couple words you just said, do what you say you're going to do,
Yeah.
huge. And that's what I think people don't realize is that, it takes so much, but you have to do it. You have to do what you say you're going to do. You have to be true to what is happening. It's just so important. But real quick, we only have a few minutes left. Is it possible for people with product, with people with this entertainment things that you're looking for, are they still able to sign up for this show?
Oh yeah. We're keeping it open till the middle of June essentially, just because you never know when that next big idea is going to come along. Because we're not looking at just products, we're looking at ideas, right? People have ideas for
That's what's
businesses,
cool.
right? We're looking at musicians who have ideas. We have a lot of products, so we're seeing a lot of different and a complete array of ideas along products, which is really cool, which makes this a little bit different, right? It's a little bit of entertainment and innovation collide to bring a Shark Tank like pitch, but it doesn't necessarily mean you need to have sales. You need to be already launched. This is what we're bringing folks here that can help you obtain that and get to the next level. And I think every event I go to outside of my own, I learn a little bit more on how I can bring a better spin on it. And I think that, for us, the night of the 21st in this event is going to be really cool because you're going to have a game show, you're going to have music, comedy stuff, and then you have a lot of entertainment. I don't want to give it away, but we're gonna have big prizes, and we're gonna have like surprises on who and how you get called to the stage to pitch in front of the audience. But
Wow.
it'll feel really intimate. That's the best part of it. And there'll be live podcasting here, there'll be live streaming, and there'll be network TV looking for the next big idea.
You're just taking everything and throwing at it, which is what I love about that whole area. Not only is it a hub now for entertainment, but the technology in all of these different facilities you're working with is kind of second to none.
Yeah, and we have such good access to being on TV now, right? Like before, you had to like really work hard to get on TV. Now they say, okay, when do you want to come on next? They're asking us, and now with this show, they're going to put these things. You may even be a person that comes with me to get put on TV or one of our shows.
Yeah.
You may just have your product on, like depending on where you fall into the top. We're going to pick we're going to pick the finals. Will be top 10. I'm not going to tell you how we're going to do it. Then we'll have top three winners, and there may be some surprises for some of the other ones as well that we bleed into all of it.
And people love that stuff. Most people love seeing people succeed.
Yeah.
I think most people do. You always get those people that really are just looking out for themselves. But
Come on, I say you get the people like I used to say in business, you can hand them $1 million. They were complaining they didn't get a big enough bonus. You can hand them $1 million bonus and they'll come back and complain that it was too heavy to carry to the car. Those are the people we don't want. It's a true story. I'm telling you, it's a true
I
story.
believe it. I'll help them carry it.
Yeah, right. But you're right. It's the same thing. Like if you don't want to see somebody succeed, then what are you doing, right? It's all about what you get what you give, right? To me, my biggest success stories are when families come up to me and thank me for helping their dad or their mom. They still remember things and the way I made them feel 30 years ago.
Yep.
That's my biggest reward.
Yeah. I remember you telling me some stories, people are outside, and this was a long time ago when you smoked, not you, but people
Yeah.
actually smoked. And
Yeah,
you were
right.
telling me how, You
Oh yeah.
walked up, walking in, and someone smoking, and you said you started talking to them. They were stunned that the guy leading the whole company is talking
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah. I mean, I was literally playing sports. Like they saw the competitive side of me. Like you see an executive side. Wow, this guy is really competitive. He can actually play. He's a hothead, right? He really wants to win. And that's then you start building this whole culture. Then they see your family and what you're about and how you're giving back to them. And I'm telling you, man, that's my biggest reward is seeing other people succeed for something that I had a part in.
And it is, and everything else comes along with it, which is the great part about it. Is real quick. We got a couple minutes. I saw this thing that. Oh, and the other part is Damon's crew. Those guys are second to none. Those seem
Yeah.
like the greatest down to earth people.
They're super, man. I had Damon's mentor call me yesterday after my event in New York City. This is a guy who gave Damon his opportunity to be in front of Fubu for his first $1 million deal. Okay, so and Damon called me out a couple times in New York, and they were like, "Oh my God, I gotta meet this guy, Chris Guerrera." I mean, Damon's been really good to me, right? He's wearing Chris's clothes, his clothing line. He's
Oh,
been just a blessing to me personally. But he is that way. That's the kind of person he is. He's about helping first before asking for anything. And and his whole team is like that. I absolutely love everything about Damon. I had the privilege of doing our event last year with him as my co-host on stage. Always giving back. I love them. I love the
he,
man.
he stayed there. You did talk to
Yep.
every person that came up
Yep.
to him. I was amazed. People are pulling him, hey, we got to go. And he stayed there and talked to everyone. Didn't say, I'm too important.
He did this in New York City just recently.
Yeah.
Stayed the whole crew, took pictures with everybody, got a chance to spend some time with him because it's always he's busy. I mean, he's always got things going on, but he makes sure when he's in the right spot, he makes the time. And anytime I call him or text him, I get an answer right back. So I can't say enough good things about Damon. And the way he made my son feel by wearing his shirt doing product reviews
I saw
is
that.
a whole nother level.
That is millions of dollars worth of advertising. It's amazing.
And he's done it. He did it again last night. So he's done it like 3 or 4 times. And Chauncey, one of his guys, and Tasha, who he's known forever, just I feel like they're family. They're just great people.
No, and that's the difference. It really is. So
Really is. And
that's
you
what
can
I
feel it.
that's what I'm going to enjoy about the show is, I haven't, a lot of people were talking about, I haven't seen them for a while. I can't wait to come
Yeah.
up and I'm looking forward to the show, but it's also seeing the people we haven't talked to, in
Yeah,
certain months.
absolutely. And this area is so beautiful downtown. It's gonna be summer. It's like just comes to life. There's downtown music. They close the streets on Thursday night and Friday nights. They always have something going on. And it's just beautiful downtown now. They just did such a wonderful job
Yeah.
with that whole area.
I think you're really building something here, and I think not just myself, but I think a lot of people are excited about it. They really need something not only to believe in, but to look forward to, knowing that there's someone out there that can help them, can get them in the right place in front of the right people at the right time.
Yeah, my goal is to really build this to a very large platform. And my number one reason is to give back,
Yeah.
literally to give back.
You've always said that.
Yeah.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
both of us like to do things. We like business. We like
Yes.
to succeed. But
Yep.
you've always said that if it didn't give value, it didn't give back to people, you didn't want to be a part of it.
Yeah, and I felt that even as an executive, like, I would have the number one word I would always get was, "Oh, the last guy before you said that." And I used to say, "Listen, you've never heard that from me. And you just sit back and watch what I do. And then the results of what I'm going to do will show you I'm different." And that's what happens. I show them that I am different, including the corporate folks. I mean, matter of fact, Stefan Wert's coming from Germany, coming to our event, right? So we got BMW folks that are actually, he's flying in from Germany for this event.
Chris and I are on a podcast, and he calls this guy. He was like the president of BMW or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Canute is
guy's
the president. Stefan's like his right hand
he's
man.
on the Autobahn driving at like 100 something miles an hour. And he answers the phone.
But that's the kind of people they are, man. They the same way. I mean, when you're in an automotive environment, BMW was new here in 95, a lot of quality problems, and we were in the trenches fixing it all. You look at them now, they're the largest exporter in the world, biggest employment in this whole area, blowing up, just dropped another $2 billion plant. Like, I had something to do with that, right? We all had something to do with that, and we've been friends now for the last 30 years. And I
Huge.
need something from them, they pick up the phone. So that's the credibility you earn, right? That's the trust and the relationship you build over time.
Yeah. And you know what? You can't make that stuff up. It either happens or it doesn't. You could say it is, but if it doesn't happen, then it's not true. I mean, this stuff is something that you can't control. It's just happening because you did the right thing. There's no making that shit up.
It's just like Scrub Daddy, right? Big name on Shark Tank. I text him, call him, he picks up the phone. We become friends over the years. You earn trust, you earn respect. I don't ever ask for anything, but whenever someone asks me, I'm always willing to help. It's got to be a two-way street. And the team that we've developed in our building is just amazing. I mean, I absolutely love all these folks, and this will be a lot of fun. That's the part. I love having fun as well.
That's so cool. So, Chris, how can these people that may want to get involved in this event, is there somewhere they can go just to sign up or check out what's happening?
Yeah, so we got like it's free to sign up at Eventbrite, but you basically go to modern-inventor.com and then you go up to the top. It says pitch to pros, and you'll see a whole write-up of the entire event, like how to submit your ideas, the packages that are available. Everything you need to know about the event is right there. Modern-inventor.com, pitch to pros up on the top.
Awesome. Chris, thanks for spending some time with these listeners out there. I know this has been informative for them and giving them hope that there's some people out there that might be able to help them. And just having these events is great. Any of you out there going out to the Launch Network or the Launchpad, leave us a review, a rating. Make sure you subscribe to the show. We'll have a lot more people on. I'm going to be hijacking some of the people at the event to be on the podcast also. So that'll be a lot of fun. Chris, as usual, thanks for jumping on today. And we will catch you all next time on the Launchpad. You all
Thanks,
take
Carmine.
care.